Good Friday, everyone. Welcome to BOMA Greater Dallas Unplugged. Can you guys believe it's already the end of September? I can't. I can't believe how quickly this year is going by. Well, we had the autumnal solstice this past Tuesday, which means we're officially in fall. And that means in Texas, football, pumpkins at the Dallas Arboretum, and I would say the state fair, but I think it's going to look a little bit different this year as they're going to have the big Tex food drive-through going on. Now, sports, I gotta say, it's really messed up right now. We have the NBA playoffs going on, Stanley Cup, go Stars. Major League Baseball will start their playoffs next Tuesday. Then we have our NFL, fantasy football, college football, Boomer, and we can't forget about our tennis and golf. All of these sports are going on. It's been a lot of fun to watch. I can't believe it. And speaking of MLB playoffs, did you guys know that our very own Texas Ranger Globe Life Field will be hosting the National League Championship Series and the World Series? It's happening in October. It's just around the corner. So exciting. So, I mean, especially now that I'm an expert of Globe Life on Globe Life Field after attending the Allied Plus One event on Tuesday. If you missed out, don't worry, guys. I have plenty of pictures and videos to show. It is amazing. Just so you know, the old stadium is still open for events. In fact, Arlington Lamar High School was having their football game there tonight. So just so you know, the old name of the stadium was Globe Life Park. The new stadium name is Globe Life Field. You can certainly see the park from the field. There are several nods to the old park in the new stadium, such as the arches. When you walk up to the old stadium, you can see those arches over in the new stadium in the common areas. Down at the field level, you'll see StubHub Club. When you enter the restaurant, it has the same gate design as you would see at the old park. The stadium, believe it or not, is 150 times larger than the AT&T Cowboy Stadium. The capacity is about 40,000, and the stadium sits on 13 acres of land, measuring out to 1.8 million square feet. Now let's go to the retractable roof. It's 5.5 acres. It weighs 24 million pounds, and that's probably because it's made of 19,000 tons of steel. It takes just three people to make that roof move. Can you believe it? You've got two people on each side of the roof as it moves out, and all they do is just watch to make sure that there's nothing in the way on the rails and things like bird nests. And then the third person is the button person to make the roof retract. Note to self, guys, if you need to park somewhere, park at the west parking lot because that will be where your covered parking will be. The stadium is immaculate. You could still smell the newness in the elevators. And I gotta say, guys, you know when you're with property managers, when you're taking pictures of the ductwork, the beautifully labeled pipes, and then the most impressive telecom rack that has their cables color-coded and organized nicely. It was beautiful. One day we'll be able to sit in these seats, which are 1 inch wider than the ones at the old park, and enjoy a Carbach beer and watch some good baseball. Great job to the Allied Council for coming up with this great event. I gotta say, you guys can tell, I really enjoyed it. It was so nice to tour Globe Life Field, but more importantly, it was so nice to see old friends that I hadn't seen in a while in person. So I'm going a little out of order here. I apologize. I usually show you guys a video, but I just couldn't help myself. I just had so much fun at this event, and y'all know I love my sports, and now you know I love my statistics. So this week, I did have the pleasure to speak with a new friend of mine that I met through our BizNow webinar, Matt Muselli. He's the Vice President of Construction and Real Estate for Johnson, Kendall & Johnson. He is based in a suburb of Philadelphia, and we talked about the many risk management and insurance implications that we're facing today due to the pandemic. You can sign up to watch the full session that will be on Friday, October 2nd. And as you watch that session, you can ask any questions you like to Matt in real time. So here's a little preview of what to expect. I know the pandemic has been bigger than the other diseases that we've come across, swine flu, Ebola, And that I guess it's just because this just has affected so many people, so many more, that they are coming up with these new policies, products for us. So, which is great. I think that's really good. One quick question: how quickly do you think that these new products will be available to people, to us?
These new products are already available at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, Lloyd's of London really at the forefront of it.
Mhm.
That's who you're gonna have to go through or go to, or who your broker is gonna have to go to secure these products. But yeah, these are certainly available at the moment. With that said, these products are in their infancy, absolutely. So there's still a lot of figuring out to do. But yeah, by all means, these products are available, and your broker should be talking to you about them.
Okay. And then kind of going back to what you had mentioned, I think you said because these are more for non-physical, like non-physical
Yep.
damages,
Yep.
because it was like, because you had mentioned before about a story, like, or giving us an example about what that really meant, like, because you can't see the actual COVID-19 on a elevator button or
Right.
whatnot. Can you kind of elaborate on that, just to give us an idea of like the differences between a little bit more on the business interruption to these new.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. So, um, all right. Let's give you an example here. So, your building burns down by a fire. You can't get into it anymore, and you're a retail business. Okay. You're going to lose a lot of profits because you don't have anything anymore, right? Your customers can't come in and buy your products. You don't have a website. You just want a physical location. So the fire is the physical damage that triggers your business interruption policy to pay over whatever your indemnity period may be, right?
Mhm.
And so COVID, there's no physical aspect to that loss. However, it affected everyone across the board. And also, due to government mandates, nobody could go into your store. So you were still losing profits, although the store was still standing there in great shape, all the inventory still sitting there. So that's where the non-physical aspect comes into play, because I'm sure you may have heard kind of early on, I would say like March, April, May, there was all this talk going between the insurance carrier side of the business as a whole and then the government. It was kind of a chess match. That's what I was calling it, because, one side was saying, listen, the insurance carrier side was saying, listen, we never intended to cover this. Read our policies. This was not meant to be covered. We were not pricing our policies to cover this exposure. And the government was saying, okay, well, this is a business interruption policy, and all these businesses are interrupted. So what's the point of them paying all this premium if you're not going to pay out these losses?
Mhm.
So that, I mean, it all comes down to the fine print, right? And yeah, it always does, right? And yeah, so any disease will not constitute as a physical damage. It doesn't, and
Mhm.
that's what these new products are here to cover.
If you're not able to make the interactive session on October 2nd, you'll definitely be able to see it on our YouTube channel on demand. Since I went out of order and I already gave you guys a recap, we'll move on to reminders. Membership renewals opens up on October 1st. Our membership drive will be October 1st through January 15th, and you'll have the opportunity to win one of two $250 Amazon gift cards. All you have to do is refer a new member, to BOMA Greater Dallas. Now, that new member must be a real estate or engineer. And very importantly, you must be able to tell the BOMA Greater Dallas staff of this referral. Winner will be announced at the January monthly luncheon. The YP committee will be hosting their virtual trivia night on October 13th at 5:30, sponsored by Alpha Glass and Mirror Company, Iodon Security Associates, and Platinum Parking. Enjoy testing your knowledge and memory to earn prizes, as well as the respect of your fellow BOMA members. Let's see who becomes the new king or queen of trivia. Our October luncheon will be held on October 20th, hybrid style. Yes, hybrid style. That means that people can meet in person or you can watch it virtually. For those that are going to meet in person, we'll be at Eddie Dean's Ranch, and we'll have Texas BOMA lobbyist Robert Miller as our speaker, and he will discuss the political landscape before elections. Be sure to register for this, sponsored by Mooring Construction and Restoration. So thank you all for watching another episode of BOMA Greater Dallas Unplugged. I hope you guys are able to enjoy this beautiful weather this weekend. Stay safe, stay strong, and keep up the good work. Thanks.